A lot of women initiate because they feel that if they do not, nothing will happen. You think, if I reach out, maybe he will respond. If I wait, the chances drop. So you take the step. Not because you're desperate, because you care, because you want connection, and because you know your effort increases the possibility of something good. It makes sense, especially around moments that matter, like a special weekend or a holiday. You want to feel wanted, but you also want the moment itself. So you lean in towards what feels like the higher probability of the outcome you desire. But here's the unseen cost. When you always lead the moments that matter, you never discover whether he would have moved towards you on his own, and that is where the emotional imbalance begins. Hi, I'm Sandy Hancock, relationship coach. This is for the woman who constantly feels responsible for making the connection happen. If you are tired of being the one who texts first, plans the time together, or initiates every important conversation, this video will help. I want to help you understand the cost of over-initiating and the steps that will help you move into a healthier mutual connection. Being the initiator means you take responsibility for the emotional momentum of the relationship. You check in when things feel distant, you reach out when communications drops, and you carry the structure of the connection. You do this because you care and because you want things to move forward. It feels logical. It feels intentional. It feels like the best way to create the connection you desire. The deeper truth is that this habit forms when you believe the relationship will not grow without your effort. Your mind says, if I do not reach out, nothing will happen. So you step forward. However, in love, initiating must be shared, or it becomes imbalance. Over time, initiating becomes emotionally heavy because you begin to feel responsible for keeping the relationship alive. Instead of receiving effort, you generate effort. Instead of relaxing into connection, you maintain it. This creates emotional fatigue because you're always scanning, always noticing, and always stepping in to keep things moving. There is also a quiet emotional cost. When you pour energy into the relationship more than the other person, resentment begins to grow. You start to wonder why they do not reach out first or plan something meaningful. You begin to feel unseen, even though you are giving so much. It is not that your effort is wrong. It is the imbalance becomes painful over time. When you initiate constantly, you remove the space the other person needs to show interest. You reach out before they feel they need to. You plan the moment before they consider planning anything. You create the connection before they have a chance to step forward. This leads to a dynamic where one person overfunctions while the other underfunctions. Not because they are intentionally neglectful, but because there's no room for them to rise. Your effort fills the entire relational space, leaving them with nothing to contribute. Over time, this imbalance erodes desire, connection, and partnership. Women who initiate often are strong, capable, and caring. They learn early that moments only happen when someone chooses them, plans them, or initiates them. So they naturally step into the role of the one who makes things happen. Some of this comes from childhood roles where you become the responsible one. Some comes from past relationships where you carried the emotional weight. Some comes from wanting clarity and closeness rather than uncertainty. These reasons make sense, but they also create a pattern that prevents balanced love. And this is why the pattern becomes so hard to break. Your reasons are real. Your desire makes sense. But even when your intentions are good, the outcome can still create imbalance. The good news is this: you do not have to lose your warmth or your intentionality in order to create a healthier connection. You just need a different rhythm, one that makes space for the other person to meet you. That is where the next steps come in. Step 1. Create space instead of filling it. The hardest part is allowing space for the other person to step forward. This is not about playing games or punishing someone. It's about creating a pause long enough for the desire to reveal itself. If you always send the first message, wait one day and observe what happens. If you always plan the time together, give them the opportunity to initiate a plan. Space reveals truth. It shows you their natural level of interest without your effort guiding the outcome. Step 2. Slow your emotional pace. Initiators move quickly because waiting feels risky. Slowing your pace allows you to feel the relationship instead of managing it. Respond warmly, but do not rush the emotional process. Healthy connection forms when both people move at a pace they can maintain. This shift protects your heart and gives the relationship room to breathe. Step 3. Invite instead of carrying. Instead of taking responsibility for everything, begin opening doors rather than walking through them alone. Say, I would enjoy seeing you. Let me know what works for you. Say, I'm free this weekend if you want to plan something. This keeps your warmth, but returns responsibility to them. You're not stepping back to withdraw. You're stepping back to create partnership. If you have always been the initiator, it means you love deeply and you hope boldly. But healthy love requires balance. Creating space allows you to see the truth of the connection without carrying all the effort. And if someone rises to meet you, that's beautiful. If they do not, that is clarity you deserve. If this has helped you today, make sure to subscribe and share it with someone who needs this message. And if your heart is ready for something steady, something honest, something God can actually build on, I want to invite you to read my book, Love That Lasts. Inside you'll find clarity, encouragement, and the kind of wisdom that helps love grow instead of fade. The link is in the description if you'd like to read it.